great work there from Mark as usual. And now I'm delighted to say that we're joined in the studio by Vanessa McNabb and Colin Birchall from Smart Technologies. Welcome to the show.
Hi guys, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. How are you feeling? How's the energy?
Good, pretty good. It's up here.
Yeah. I imagine you're sort of happy to have 5 minutes where you're not standing on the booth and.
The knees are saying thank you
Yeah.
right now. So.
It's the only reason why I came.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You said you weren't going to say that.
And we have water. Yeah, we've got you taken care
I'd
of.
hang out here all afternoon just
Yeah, please feel free. We'll look after you. Now, Smart have been in the business for 35 years, and as you are credited with developing the very first ever smartboard, now that everyone's copying you, what do you do to stay ahead in the market? Would you say?
Yeah.
I'd say, Ben, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, isn't it? So, it's not a smart board if it hasn't got smart on it, essentially.
That's a good point.
Jokes aside, I think it's we're so proud of our heritage. Over close to 40 years, and heritage matters. We're known for quality in the marketplace, but what matters more is relevancy. So we've really invested in innovation, and I think being at ISE, you see it. It's a bit of a sea of sameness. Right? There's lots that look similar, and so what separates us is we've kind of gone beyond just our screens, and we really look to provide, I'd say, interactivity and engagement. And we do that no matter which vertical we're in. So we have had so much huge success in K-12, working with students and teachers to create that interactivity and that engaging experience level. But now we're taking that into higher education, into government, into general collab. And so there's just so much more we can do when we're committed to doing things beyond just providing technology. It's really about that experience. And because of that, I think we've had a lot of success engaging people no matter what age. If they're 3 or 103, we've really focused on the solution, on workflows, on outcomes, and that's kind of what separates Smart.
And I suppose it gives you access to a whole load more customers and a whole load more feedback. If you want to do that customer-focused design, when you're going through all these different areas, you've got all that wealth of experience.
I've been selling Smart for 25 years, Ben, and the thing is, I don't think there's many people out there that could say that they're actually selling interactive displays to people who were actually where I sold boards into schools where he was taught on it. So I know that really, makes me feel a bit old, but
It's kind of dating himself.
I know after day 2, I think we all feel a little bit old. So, but you were just talking about some of the other sectors you guys are working in. So, in addition to those product offerings, you guys have a wealth of solutions across various sectors. So, can you just share a little bit more about that area of your business?
Yeah, I think Vanessa said something really interesting before about interactivity and engagement, and that couldn't be more true about what we're doing on the stand at ISE 2025 this year. The fact that we have some really great products that actually tie into what customers have been saying to us. So we listen to our customers and we act on that. So for instance, we have the smartboard mini podium, which is our latest innovation, which is a 27-inch interactive screen. But essentially, if you imagine you're a professor in a university or a lecturer, and you can stare out at your audience, but you can still annotate over the content, making it more engaging, more interesting. But add to that it might be a hybrid lesson where you have people joining you remotely. We now have a 4K camera on top of our podium with microphone, so the people at home who couldn't attend, who couldn't be there in person, can actually see the tutor as well as the people in the classroom. We've also got the Smart M Pro, which is our new display for defense, which is a display which doesn't have any things like Wi-Fi or Bluetooth on, and it's designed to be a pretty secure solution to go into defense contracts. We have a TAA approval, which is a really key approval from the US government, which essentially means we can actually sell into the US military or the government. And we do see opportunities beyond using these in defense. We do see it going into oil and gas. We see it going into critical infrastructure within countries, essentially where they need that secure solution. And the final thing is, we talk about meetings. We have the Smart One launch powered by Airtame, which we're particularly proud of, which is a new way of making it super easy for people to come in and start meetings. Not just in the business, but also maybe in a university where we have a huddle space. What it essentially allows people to do, come up with a laptop, log onto a browser, and either start their meeting onto the display, the display takes ownership of it, or they can share content.
I think that's really great that you've created all of those products, to meet the needs within each sector, and it's not just a one product serves all, but you've really gone in and taken the time to figure out what's going to work best for each of those sectors. So I think that's fantastic.
We really open a lot of conversations with our customers about why have you come to Smart, why do you want to talk to us? We want to know what they're going to use the display for, rather than just trying to sell them some technology, which is 4K, and that's no good to them. They need something that's going to add to their workflows.
Yeah, and I think it's the longevity of the product as well. We're talking about how obviously the pandemic accelerated that need for hybrid products, and the fact that you now have something that can be both. It can be in classroom or it can be outside for a distance learner. I think that's great, and it's really going to stand the test of time as we've recovered. So to continue on the products just for a second, I gather you've recently produced some new research in the higher ed space. Could you tell us a bit about how you use that to sort of inform the product development?
Yeah, research is super important at Smart. It's critical to really understanding where our customers are coming from and how we provide that solution. So we did a custom study. It was in North America with over 2,000 higher ed professionals. And we really heard from them over 85% aren't using interactive displays.
Oh, wow.
And what they're finding is there's this huge burden of using data technology. It's quite cumbersome for them. And over a quarter of them are feeling a bit burnt out from having to go through that. And when asked, what are you looking for in terms of how you could kind of elevate that level of engagement in your classroom, they're really looking for things like digital whiteboarding, ways to annotate, really get students to collaborate. And it's everything that our interactive displays provide. And it's really, if you think about students, they love their devices, right? So it's like, how do you take that, something they're glued to, and then just put it in a way that they can engage and interact and really get the most out of learning? So that study's been very helpful, and we do many things like this to really help influence what we're producing, and you'll see it in the outcomes of a lot of the innovation we're bringing to ISE.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. And then I know in some of our previous discussions, Smart not only is working towards giving the customers what they need, but you also are very philanthropic. And I know that you are working to help address the global divide when it comes to education. So can you share just a little bit more about your initiatives and what your involvement is in that?
Yeah, so we recently partnered with the N50, and so really what we're doing there is there's 50% of the global population doesn't have digital connection, and that's not okay. And so we've worked with some really amazing partners, think Dell, Intel, IBM, AWS. And more importantly, we worked with local communities. And so we're going in and we're looking to really decrease the digital divide by providing, again, interactivity, connection, collaboration, and we're doing that with local partners. So we've had a couple projects already kick off in Mexico and the Dominican. We've got lots more to come, so it's something that we're super passionate about, because at Smart, we're really about inspiring greatness, and it doesn't matter where that is or with whom. We're really looking to do that at all levels, and I think being part of the N50 allows us to really showcase our passion for that.
That was an incredible statistic as well when you mentioned that to us before, the fact that 50% of the world doesn't have a digital connection. That's incredible, and yeah, fantastic news that you're working with that organization.
It's not just when you think about the different countries that Vanessa was saying, is coming from a city that's had challenges over the last 50 years, this is all about helping local communities as well. So now, I'm particularly proud to work for Smart that we're doing that as well.
Yeah, fantastic, good stuff. Well, you're clearly an organization who's very keen on face-to-face time with their customers as well. I gather you had a product launch party earlier this week. Do you have any other social events planned for the rest of the time while we're here?
Yeah, we have a happy hour on tomorrow, which
we could all do with one of those.
See you there.
So that's something that we've all enjoyed. I think the one thing I've enjoyed with the face-to-face is seeing people on the stand. I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing this for 30 odd years or whatever, and seeing the excitement when we show a product that Vanessa and I show to people every day. We're used to it, and I'm talking about Smart Ink, which is our secret sauce. And when you show it to people and they light up and they say, can I have a go, can I get involved, that really just shows the power of our product, that people do say, that's easy, I could do that. So that's something I've been particularly impressed with.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much indeed for joining us. I'm afraid it's time for you to get back to the booth now, so back on your feet. But anytime you want to come by for another interview, let us know. We'd be really pleased to have you.
Well, thank you for letting us rest our feet, and this has been wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You're
thank
very
you guys.
welcome.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
You're
it.
very welcome.
Take care.
Thank you.